Understanding prison subcultures, gangs, and violence in California. Upon entering prison, inmates typically align with a racial or ethnic group such as Black African Americans, whites, paisas, sureños, norteños. The term paisa means not affiliated with major gangs. Unlike sureños and norteños, paisas can be viewed as neutral or independent within the gang structure, often adhering more closely to their cultural root rather than politics of gang affiliation. Key California prison gangs: Mexican Mafia, Nuestra Familia, Fresno Bulldogs, Black Guerrilla Family, Aryan Brotherhood, and Nazi Lowriders. Key aspects of prison adaptation. Prison adaptation involves adjusting to the social, psychological, and physical environment. Social adjustments mean navigating the hierarchies in prison culture. Psychological strategies: coping with stress, isolation, leading to either healthy or unhealthy behaviors. Behavioral change: conforming to prison life, influencing self-identity. Coping mechanisms. Some positive strategies: engaging in hobbies, educational pursuit, and participating in structured prison programs. Survival strategies: developing safety measures, forming protective alliances, and reading others' behavior to avoid conflict. Impact on reentry. Adaptation can influence the ability to reintegrate into society after release. Those who adapt well may find reintegration smoother. Inadequate adaptation can lead to difficulties in adjusting to life outside of prison. The role of politics in incarceration. Politics in incarceration. Inmates create inmate councils, often become advisory bodies stripped of punitive powers. Racially based unsanctioned councils emerge, leading to power struggles affecting daily life, including riots and organizing efforts such as California Prisoners Union. Territory and gangs. Cultural and ethnic lines dictate territory, within inmates clustering for safety. Rivalries can spark violence, complicating social dynamic. The politics of incarceration involve not just the prisoners and staff within the prison, but also how the prison interacts with society at large. Within the inmate culture, the process of prisonization shapes the identity of those who are institutionalized. Politics, prison gangs, and their divisions. Outside of prison, using the examples of Hispanic Latino street gangs like 18th Street, Florencia 13, MS-13, and Temple Street, which have well-defined rivalries. However, within the prison system, these boundaries often blur, leading members to align under broader categories such as sureños and norteños. Those who choose not to affiliate with a gang or a category may opt for being a paisa or protective custody to avoid conflict. Gang members must adapt to the new hierarchy structure of prison life, as assimilation is crucial for safety and social acceptance. This adaptation often leads to development of new identities that differ from their affiliation on the streets. Cultural and ethnic divisions in prison territory. Controlled by cultural and ethnic lines, inmates often cluster in specific areas based on shared background. Reason for territorial division: sense of safety. Inmates seek comfort and support within their cultural or ethnic groups. Shared experiences, common values, and language foster camaraderie in challenging environments. The impact of prison dynamics. Tension and conflict create rivalries among different groups, can lead to violence over territory and resources. And power and control. The struggle for influence within these divisions highlight the complexities of prison's life. Understanding the cultural and ethnic divisions in prison helps illuminate the social dynamic and challenges the incarcerated population faces. Overview of prison hierarchy rules in California jails. Prison hierarchies reflect social dynamic among inmates emerging from the need of survival, protection, and order. Established leaders within the gangs enforce rules and decision-making. And roles within groups, inmates take on roles as enforcers, mediators, affecting their influence. The social rules in jails are respect is integral for hierarchy. Disrespect can lead to violence. The code of conduct. Unwritten rules include no snitching to maintain loyalty and security. Avoiding conflict is essential for safety, though not always possible. The economic violence in staff incarceration. An informal economy flourishes where inmates trade goods, enhancing their social status. Violence is often tied to disputes over respect and territory, shaping interactions within both peers and staff. The role of staff. Interactions with staff. Inmates behave differently with correctional staff versus peers. Manipulation for favorable treatment is common. Staff actions may inadvertently reinforce existing hierarchies, impacting inmate dynamic. Factors influencing recidivism. Normalization of criminal culture. Inmates adapt to environments that celebrate violence and gang affiliations, which can lead to reoffending. Lack of positive role models. Dominant influences often hinder personal growth, resulting in their reinforcement of criminal behavior. Inadequate coping mechanisms. Psychological stress leads to unhealthy behaviors. Untreated mental health issues may drive to relapse. Limited rehabilitation opportunities. Inmates prioritize to survive over personal development, while gang pressures discourage program participations. Re-entry challenges. Former inmates face stigma and lack of support, making reintegration into society difficult. Here are my references, and I am Ariana Ayala. Thank you.